It's your boy.
It's always shady in Buffalo, folks. Welcome back to It's Your Boy, and the Buffalo Bills just defeated the 49ers 45-16. You heard that right. We straight up thrashed the 49ers today. I know they trash, but the Buffalo Bills, you gotta win these games that you're supposed to win, and this was another great performance by our team. Our running game is just magnificent, folks. We had over 300 yards on the ground today. That's the most since 1992. That's the year I was born. They was doing that before I was even alive, before It's Your Boy was conceived. LeSean McCoy had himself a day. He had over 100 yards at halftime, finished with 140, and he had 3 rushing touchdowns, which ties his career high. I think his most impressive run of the day was on a 3rd and 20. He was cutting one way, he had nothing going, and he cut back to the opposite side of the field, grabbed a couple blocks, and picked up 23 yards on that play. People, if we can have him running on all cylinders, running through the sticks, running through the shade, doing it like he does, we are gonna have no problems. I shouldn't say no problems, but we are gonna be giving problems to the opponents, yo. The only criticism I got of LeSean McCoy is that he just be running wild with the football. You hear how he running like this, just like this, running just like this. You gotta tuck it in, tuck the ball into your pocket right here. He won't fumble the ball, but he's done a pretty good job at not fumbling, so maybe he knows what I'm doing. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a fan. And Tyrod Taylor had a much better game this week. Instead of last week how he was overthrowing his receivers and just throwing it behind him, he was actually doing a pretty good job of putting the ball on the money where it needed to be. He was 17 of 26 today, 179 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he was also killing it on the ground with 68 rushing yards on 8 attempts, and he was making people look silly. And then you just see him on the sideline in the 3rd quarter. He had the mouthwash though. He was getting ready for the post-game press conference in the 3rd quarter. That's how we knew the game was over already. It was no contest. We just don't have much going on our wide receiver core right now. We are desperately missing Sammy Watkins. Hopefully he can come back later this season and we can go into maybe a playoff run with full strength. And speaking of full strength, Marcel Darius also did not play today. He has missed the first 6 weeks of the season. We probably don't need him next week versus Miami, but the week after that versus the Patriots, we could really use his help. One thing I really think the Bills have improved on this year, and they have continued to keep on doing it, is their red zone scoring. This year we are currently 10th in the league in scoring at a clip of about 63% of the times we get a touchdown when we're in the red zone, compared to last year when we were 24th in the league and we scored 50% of the time. So that is a huge improvement, much more points on the board, and you got to be able to capitalize when you get down there, and we have been doing that consistently this year. Something else I anticipated was going to happen was, the whole Colin Kaepernick backlash. There were people tackling a dummy version of him. They had a jersey on a dummy. People were tackling the dummy. They were selling shirts. I think I saw one with like a scope, like a gun scope around his head. I think that's ridiculous, folks. I mean, like, you don't have to agree with the man necessarily with his stance on kneeling for the national anthem or not. I personally don't mind it. If I was an athlete, I would be standing for the national anthem, but I do not mind that he is taking a stand against police brutality. Now, looking ahead to next week, the Bills are on the road going to Miami, trying to swish the fish, and they actually just got a really impressive win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the big reason why they won was because of their running back. His name is like Jay Ajayi. I might have butchered that name. I'm not even positive, but that boy had over 200 yards rushing, and I even benched that dude in my fantasy league. I felt like a noob. We had over 30 points just chilling on the bench. But we gotta make sure that the Bills defense doesn't allow that to happen next week. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill. If we can take out the run game and they try to make Ryan Tannehill beat us, we gonna be good. That boy garbage, trash bags, take him out on Tuesday nights, trash day. That's that boy right there, because he ain't got nothing. But that's all I got for you for this one, y'all. Stay tuned for this upcoming week. I'll be bringing you the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills Madden gameplay coming up either Thursday or Friday, most likely Thursday. I'm gonna try to get that out to y'all. Stay tuned for that. But until next time, it's your boy, Jay Bucks, Jay Buzzle, Jay what it do? Jay, I gotta put it in the bucket. Thanks for watching. Well, look at this. Where is the other safety? You gonna leave this man on the... Look at this man. This is the touchdown. This is the touchdown. Look at this. You can't do that to Sammy. You just can't leave him open. I'm burning the defense once again. I gotta put it in the bucket. I was trying to tell him before the snap, but they wasn't listening to me. That ain't my problem, though.